Thank you so much. One of the most disturbing revelations in your book was that White House officials, including the President and Vice President, directed you to falsely vouch for Scooter Libby not being involved in the Wilson leak. Please explain what happened and whether you think Mr. Libby was involved in that.
That happened on the Saturday after the investigation, I guess, was launched, which was on September 29th. That Saturday morning, I received a call from the White House Chief of Staff, Andy Card, and he said that the President and Vice President had spoken that morning, and they wanted me to provide the same assurances for Scooter Libby that I had for Karl Rove. I was reluctant to do it, but I headed into the White House that Saturday morning. I talked with Andy Card, and I said I would provide the same assurances for Scooter Libby, provided he gave me the same assurances that Karl Rove had. And I got on the phone with Scooter Libby and asked him point blank, were you involved in this in any way? And he assured me in unequivocal terms that he was not, meaning the leaking of Valerie Plame's identity to any reporters. And then I contacted reporters to let them know about that information, but it was Andy Card that had directed me to do that at the request of the President and Vice President.
You spoke very frequently with the President and the Vice President. Do you think either or both of them knew about the leak and had any role in causing the leak to happen, or knew that Mr. Libby was involved in the leak when they helped get you to falsely vouch for him?
I do not think the President in any way had knowledge about it based on my conversations with him back at that time when he said that Karl Rove had not been involved in it and told him something to that effect. In terms of the Vice President, I do not know. There is a lot of suspicion there. As Patrick Fitzgerald said at the trial of Scooter Libby, there is a cloud that remains over the Vice President's office, but it's because Scooter Libby put it there by lying and obstructing justice.
In the light of your testimony and your statement that you do not think Mr. Libby's criminal sentence should have been commuted, do you think that it would be any more appropriate to give Mr. Libby a full pardon?
No, Congressman, I do not. Mr. Chairman, I believe that it would signal a special treatment, the same thing that happened with the commutation. And the President has always held a certain standard for granting pardons, even going back to when he was governor and I worked for him then, and that is that the person must first repay his debt to society, and second, must express remorse for the crimes which he committed. And we have seen neither of that from Scooter Libby at this point.
Thank you. Chair recognizes the